The Venerable Mother Catherine Elizabeth McAuley was an Irish nun, who founded the Sisters of Mercy in 1831. The order has always been associated with teaching, especially in Ireland, where the nuns taught Catholics at a time when education was mainly reserved for members of the established Church of Ireland. Life. Catherine McAuley was born in Dublin to James and Eleanor McAuley. Her father died in 1783 when she was 5 and her mother died in 1798. Catherine and her brother James moved to live with Protestant relatives. In 1803, McAuley became the household manager and companion of distant relatives of her mother, the Callahans, an elderly, childless, and wealthy Quaker couple, at the home in Dublin and then at their estate in Coolock. For 20 years she gave catechetical instruction to the household servants and the poor village children. Catherine Callahan died in 1819. When Mr. Callahan died in 1822, McAuley became the sole residuary legatee of their estate, the House of Mercy. McAuley inherited a considerable fortune and chose to use it to build a house where she and other compassionate women could take in homeless women and children to provide care and an education for them. A location was selected at the junction of Lower Baggot and Herbert Streets, Dublin, and in June 1824, the cornerstone was laid by the Rev. Dr. Blake. As it was being refurbished, she studied current educational methods in preparation for her new endeavor. On the feast of Our Lady of Mercy, the 24th of September 1827, the new institution for destitute women, orphans, and schools for the poor was opened and McAuley, with 2 companions, undertook its management. Sisters of Mercy. Catherine McAuley never intended to found a community of religious women. Her initial intention was to assemble a lay corps of Catholic social workers. In 1828, the Archbishop permitted the staff of the Institute to assume a distinctive dress and to publicly visit the sick. The uniform adopted was a black dress and cape of the same material reaching to the belt, a white collar and a lace cap and veil, such a costume as is now worn by the postulants of the congregation. In the same year, the Archbishop desired Miss McAuley to choose some name by which the little community might be known, and she chose that of Sisters of Mercy, having the design of making the works of mercy the distinctive feature of the Institute. She was desirous that the members should combine with the silence and prayer of the Carmelites, with the active labors of a Sister of Charity. The position of the Institute was anomalous. Its members were not bound by vows nor were they restrained by rules. The Church of the time, however, were not supportive of groups of lay women working independently of church structures. The main concern was for the stability and continuity of the works of mercy which the women had taken on. Should any of them get married or lose interest, the poor and the orphans whom they were caring for would then be at a loss. Catherine's clerical mentor urged her to form a religious institute. Catherine and 2 other women entered the formation program of the Presentation Sisters to formally prepare for life as women religious. At the end of 1 year they professed vows and returned to the House of Mercy. The Sisters of Mercy consider the 12th of December 1831 as the day of the founding as a religious community. A cholera epidemic hit Dublin in 1832, and Catherine agreed to staff a cholera hospital on Townsend Street. The rule of the Sisters of Mercy was formally confirmed by Pope Gregory XVI on the 6th of June 1841. Catherine lived only 10 years as a Sister of Mercy. Sister Mary Catherine. Death. Catherine McAuley died of tuberculosis on the 11th of November 1841 at Baggot Street. At the time of her death there were 100 Sisters of Mercy in 10 foundations. Shortly thereafter, smaller groups of sisters left Ireland to establish new foundations on the east and west coasts of the United States, in Newfoundland, Australia, New Zealand, and Argentina. Total worldwide vowed membership is about 10,000. The Mercy International Centre in Dublin, Ireland, is the international home of the Sisters of Mercy worldwide. In 1978, the cause for the beatification of the servant of God Catherine McAuley was opened by Pope Paul VI. In 1990, upon recognition of her heroic virtues, Pope John Paul II declared her venerable.